Tony Bennett's iconic voice transcended generations. Jazz storyteller Cynthia Utterbach performed many years in Europe and Asia, and right now you're looking at video that I captured of Cynthia at Good Times Jazz Bar and Restaurant in downtown Savannah earlier this year. So, this morning I took a chance on calling her to find out if she had a connection with Tony Bennett. Her answer turned into quite an interesting story. So I decided to invite Cynthia here to First News at 4 to share that story with you. Right now I'd like to welcome Cynthia Utterbach here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for asking me.
Well, you took some time out of your busy schedule, and I thought it was so fitting to bring you on, considering you had an encounter with Tony Bennett many, many years ago, yes. And it's quite interesting. It actually tickled me.
Actually, it was embarrassing, was a better word for it. Tony was appearing in Hamburg, Germany at the Music Halle. I didn't have tickets. It was sold out, naturally. And a girlfriend of mine was there. I said, come on, we're going to get dressed up like we're supposed to be in the show, and we're going to go. So we did. And of course, they said, oh, you can't get in, la, la, la. We said, we're backup singers for Tony. We missed our flight. Oh, please, let us in. So they didn't believe us. And then they thought, well, maybe so. What do we know? So they let us in and sat us third row center. And as we walked in, Tony had been talking to the audience, and he kind of looked over and nodded his head at us, and we nodded back, hearts beating quickly because we're not supposed to be there in the first place.
Well, you really know how to get your way, Cynthia, and those great seats.
It's called bluffing. Bluffing. And so we ended up, we're sitting there and really nervous about, are they going to throw us out? And my friend says, oh my God, I know the drummer. I went, we went through all that and you know the drummer?
Really?
So when the show was over, management came over because they figured we were the backup singers and took us to the press room and the whole bit. And we walked toward Tony, and I thought, oh God, this is going to be so embarrassing. And then the drummer recognized my friend, hugged her. So I hugged Tony. I said, let's just play it off.
Yes, why not?
And he was so kind, short, kind, and we talked and chatted. And he says, would you do me a favor and take my drummer out tonight? He said he's been working really hard, and I'd like him to just have some fun in the city of Hamburg.
Well, what are the chances, Cynthia, you get that opportunity?
I know.
Wow.
I know. Not in America for sure. I'd have to show something.
Well, how did you take his drummer out? What was that like? I mean, you just kind of weaved your way into the show. Did you drive him? And
Tony Bennett offered his chauffeur and his limo, said he would take a taxi back to the hotel. This is how he was. He's very soft-spoken, and I thought, wow, what a super guy. Well, we ended up taking Cameron out, Cameron Clayton, the drummer's name, and we kept him out until about 10 or 11 in the morning. Yeah, he had a great time. And it's one of those stories that I ran into Cameron last year in LA, and as I was announcing his name on stage, I went, remember Tony Bennett? And that whole story, he went, I don't want to remember that because it was quite a blur. But just a special time to be that up close with a great icon.
Wow, what a story. Well, there are many tributes coming in here, Savannah, all across the coastal empire and low country, all about Mr. Tony Bennett, even around the world. So right now, Cynthia, I know that Tony Bennett was near and dear to you.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a special place in your heart. We want to give you the opportunity to send a tribute in memory of your good friend.
Wonderful. Yeah. All right. We all love and know this song Tony Bennett performed, and I'd just like to do a little piece of it for you now. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air, but I don't care. My love waits there in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. when I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun, that sun will shine for me.
Oh, so lovely.
Rest in peace, Tony.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Thank you for having me.
We certainly appreciate you.
Right.
Yes. Listen, everybody, we would love also to hear your memories of Tony Bennett. You can share those at wsav.com/Tony Bennett.